Welcome to Laguna Seca. Certain fondness for Michael Andretti, Mario Andretti made me fall in love. Gran Turismo kart racing, at least for this season. My lack of driving ability. Oh no, at least we're comfortable at the back of the grid. The RNG gods, you never quite know. You don't want to run into anyone. Well, not onto the grass, onto the desert. Drive myself off the course. You know, we'll give it a go. We'll see what we can do. Need to work on my line through there. Need to continue to work on my line through there. Yeah, I messed that up badly. A little bit by a little bit. The corkscrew. The corkscrew. The corkscrew. The corkscrew. A great way to finish our season. No, 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 no! Hello and welcome to Laguna Seca. This is our last race in the MX-5 Global Cup, at least for this season. So the final round of the season sees us here at Laguna Seca, probably most well known for the corner called the Corkscrew. This is one of America's most famous racetracks. It might be, outside of Indianapolis and Daytona, the most famous. Home to many IndyCar and sports car races over the year. It's an exciting track with a lot of very tricky corners. And they're not tricky in the they're super difficult to get around sense. They're tricky in the you need to be inch perfect to make good time at the track sense. So you can make it around Laguna Seca just fine, but in order to be fast, you've got to be pretty inch perfect. It's a track that I love watching races on. It's a track that I have a certain fondness for. When I was younger, I was in an IndyCar race and they had a motion simulator ride that was based around Laguna Seca. It was you sitting in Michael Andretti's car racing Mario Andretti. Or maybe it was the other way around. Maybe you were in Mario's car racing Michael. Or maybe you switched back and forth. I actually don't remember properly. But it was such a cool experience that it sort of made me fall in love with this track in particular. And then of course it's been around in racing games for years. Way back to the original Gran Turismo days. Probably the first time I ever drove it was in IndyCar 2, also called Kart Racing, a game by the people that made iRacing itself. That was my first experience with it, but of course it showed up in Gran Turismo and pretty much every racing game ever since. But despite my familiarity with it, I'm not particularly quick around here. Now that of course is no fault of the race course itself, it's the fault of my lack of driving ability, but I don't always do very well around here. This is another track on which the narrow field of view on my monitor comes into play, particularly here in the Corkscrew. Oh no. See? Man, the last like 4 races, I've just had terrible qualifying. I mean, I think since Olden Foster's, we've qualified on the back half of the grid every single time. And this time we're not going to set a lap either. At least we're comfortable at the back of the grid. Used to it. Alright, let's hop onto the grid. The RNG gods were kind to us. They let us start 8th. So from 7th on down were people that did not set qualifying time. So we actually kindly, I guess, got put towards the front of the grid. Although this might be bad when we get to the first corner, we will see. You never quite know. Alright, the grid is set. We've got the red lights. And we are away at WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca. Our final race of the MX-5 season. Alright, careful. Alright, take it easy. Nice and easy in these early laps. You don't typically brake here, but we are going to just because you don't want to run into anyone. Orange car there runs a little bit wide. This corner is very dangerous on the first lap. Again, we're going to slow down more than we normally would, just to avoid our fellow drivers. And then the last really dangerous place, of course, is the corkscrew. Oh! As I put a wheel onto the, well, not onto the grass, onto the desert. That was an adventure.
You got a penalty for cutting the cord.
Yeah, I kind of made a mess of that last half. I was so worried about going slow enough not to get into any kind of trouble that I managed to drive myself off the course. But that's okay, we'll refocus here, try and catch back up. So I've done a few races here this week and it's gone poorly. I had my first ever DQ. 4 of the incident points were completely my fault. Maybe 5 because I probably ran a wheel wide on a corner. But the rest of them were just typical iRacing rookie things. So I'm trying to drive very defensively. In my last race I was driving very defensively and I still got run into, but you know, we'll give it a go. We'll see what we can do. Alright, we managed to catch up to the orange and the yellow car. Again, taking it kind of slow through there. Let's concentrate this time. Yeah, I wasn't sure if he was going to cut back across there, and he did. Too much entry speed there. We don't want to try so hard that we're going slower. Trying to think about places where you can overtake here, and there are a couple. These cars are pretty small, so you can... Oh! Well, I was going to say you can fit a few more of them than you can other types of cars, but not when that happens. Oh, that's unfortunate. So that puts us up to 5th, which would be fitting for us, as that's where we normally finish.
You're in 5th.
See? We're sticking with him. This might be an entire video of me following this white and orange car around the racetrack. Might be what you get. But that's okay, because he's catching up to 3rd place there. Need to work on my line through there. Need to continue to work on my line through there. Yeah, that final corner and the corkscrew, I really wish I had a little wider field of view. It's just so hard to judge your turning. Oh, he runs wide? Try and be patient. Really kind of want to keep him under pressure, make him think about us back here. 5 more laps. Thought I was in 3rd gear instead of 2nd. That was a mistake on my part. definitely quicker, but had to back out. Uh-oh. Not a good exit. So that's allowing the car behind to catch up a little. Alright, let's see if we can catch up here.
You're in fourth position.
That was so slow.
Car on your left.
Yeah, I messed that up badly.
Clear on the left.
He launched himself there. 2 laps to go, I think. Maybe 3. Yeah, sorry, 3. We're catching him a little bit by a little bit.
Slow car ahead.
Uh-oh.
Go right.
Was it a lapped car? I think it was.
Two more. Let's go.
He ran wide. I don't know if that's going to slow him down enough.
Car right. Still there. Hold your line. Keep to the
Nope.
left. Clear.
He's thinking about it. Whoa! No! No, 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 no!
Right side. Stay on the left. Clear on the right. Last lap.
Alright, let's see if our car is good enough to make it through the last lap. I'm not sure if it is.
You're now in third.
We'll see what happens here when I brake. We might be just fast enough to hold on here. Gotta try and keep our momentum as best we can. 3rd place would be great. A great way to finish our season. I think we've got it. I was going to say earlier that we had a real shot at getting to 3rd and I didn't want to jinx it, but it looks like that assessment was actually correct. Two-second lead to 4th. I'm going to do it. 3rd place. Oh man, what a great race. What a way to finish our season in the MX-5. Oh man. We did it. From 8th on the grid all the way up to 3rd place. I'm amazed that I didn't get taken out there, man. He was just back and forth across the racetrack and couldn't avoid him. But we were able to get going, and our car was not damaged to the point where we couldn't finish the race. So, oh man, great race, great season. I enjoyed this little car. It's a great starter car for iRacing. So as I mentioned previously, our next season we're going to jump into the USF 2000, try our hand at some open wheel racing, see how that goes. So next week is what they call week 13. I've never done a week 13 in iRacing. I hear it's a lot of just silly races and things, so I'm not sure what we'll do as far as the video goes. I do want to do my track ranking video. I know I got a You Be the Steward video to put up from our race last week, so I got to work on that a little bit. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed the MX-5 season. I really did. It's a great little car. Lots of fun. Got to send it off with a podium finish that we worked pretty hard for, battling our way up and making several passes and capitalizing on other folks' mistakes. So feels like a great way to end our campaign in the Fanatec MX-5 Global Cup. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let's look at our results. So we finish in third place, 30-something seconds down, which most of that was caused by that last incident that we were involved in. But overall, great race. So if you liked the video, think about subscribing, hit the like button, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.